My name is Kody Moodley. I'm a joint postdoctoral researcher, both at the Institute of Data Science as well as the Maastricht Law and Tech Lab here at Maastricht University. How I would define FAIR is that it's a set of guidelines that help improve the reusability of data for researchers and also, actually importantly, for machines. It's about taking the right approaches to make your data understandable by other researchers and also reusable in the sense that they can take your data and build upon them in their work in the shortest amount of time, using the least amount of effort possible, rather than having to wonder, what does this mean? What does this variable mean in your data? Why did you collect this piece of information? Implementing FAIR is very specific and unique to the community in which you're doing your research. There are different standards and approaches used in different fields. I can only talk from my field, from the legal field, where we try to, for example, analyze court decisions. What we do is, for findability, for improving findability, we try to publish our data and our experiments and our results from our experiments in archives that have persistent storage, so that you can have constant access to them even long after we've completed our studies. In terms of interoperability and reusability, we try to maintain community standards for the terms that we use, so that when somebody else actually uses that data, they can understand what each variable means, so that they can maximally use that in their studies as well. FAIR is a set of guidelines. It's not a concrete set of tasks that you have to do to make your data fair. It's flexible. It's open for you to interpret in your specific field. Well, we attempted to apply FAIR, all four principles: findability, accessibility, interoperability, and reusability, to our research. Of course, there are some limitations in what we could do and could achieve, because it's a continual process in how to improve the fairness of your data. So it's not a binary situation. It's not that you're fair or you're not. It's a spectrum. So it's the degree to which you are fair. You can even pick one of the principles, one of the aspects of FAIR, and try to, in your community, see what steps we can take, what concrete actions can we take to increase that aspect of FAIR. For example, findability. Am I publishing my data in locations where other researchers can access that, where it has maximal visibility for other researchers to find it and use it? For reusability, are you actually publishing your data along with metadata, so data about the data, to describe what is in that data set, so that other researchers can see, oh, this is actually applicable and relevant for what I'm doing, and therefore I can actually reuse this. One of the main lessons I learned is this, that you need a sense of community. You can't do this as an individual researcher by yourself, because a lot of what FAIR is guiding us to do is to establish community standards of how we represent data, how we share the data, and how we maintain the data. Without the community, it's very difficult to do. So if I were to give advice for future researchers in implementing FAIR in their different research fields, is make sure you establish a community that is interested in coming up with these standards collaboratively.